But, yeah. She drew a crappy little Ari from MS Paint, then she spent like 12 seconds on it, so... It's supposed to be crappy is the joke, but, you know, it's Ari, I like him, so that's my Tumblr icon. My phone background is a much more professional-looking Rosalind. She was taking character requests and color schemes, and I asked for Rosalind from Okage Shadow King in this particular color scheme, etc., and she said, oh, alright, fine, and so now that's my phone background. And the only other time she's drawn Okage is the thumbnail for the YouTube video stroke series you are currently watching! That is Noki Kisa at Tumblr. Give her some love. She's a fantastic artist. She's probably not watching this because as much as I preach and prattle about how Okage is the greatest thing under the sun, her argument is that she played a lot of RPGs when she was a kid. That was pretty much all she played, so she's kind of burned out on them. And she just can't see herself getting into RPGs, which I think is a damn shame. If you're going to get into an RPG, it should be the greatest one of all time. However, I do accept that as a reason to not watch the series. I do not accept anything Foul says, A, on principle, and B, because he's wrong. I don't know if Nathan or Kaida is watching this. Kaida's actually played the game and helped me with my second playthrough of the game. Although, that playthrough is plagued with audio issues, so... I can definitively say this will probably be the best playthrough on my channel, because A, I'm getting all the achievements, and B, it's HD, but most importantly, C, the audio isn't fucked. I think in literally all three playthroughs prior to this one, the audio is somehow screwy. Like, I lose dialogue, I completely lose audio and had to redo it during the Linda boss fight for the first one. I mixed it entirely poorly for when Kaida and I did 2, so you can't hear us, though I worked pretty hard to add subtitles to it where I could. And 3, I think the first episode's just too quiet. Because I was being experimental and weird and was chopping it up specifically so that it would be in half-hour chunks for Foul to watch, which he didn't end up doing, and he's a son of a bitch for. Called it Okage Foulmunction Edition. He just doesn't appreciate the game like I do. Or you do, people watching. I remember I complained about Bully at one point while playing the original game on my channel. The original playthrough, I mean. Yes, it was the original game, too. It was the PS2 copy. I don't know, I basically have a younger brother, and he couldn't play Bully, so Bully's one of those games. I can't remember why I was talking about Bully, but, originally, like, it was 4 years ago. I don't know how Bully got brought up. I think I was talking about games I love that everyone else seems to not care about, versus games everyone else loves and I don't really care about. And Bully's one of those games everyone loves and I really don't care for it. And it is entirely because I have a little brother who couldn't play Bully, he couldn't get past Mission X, so he had me play it, but then as soon as I was done with the mission, he would take the controller back and be like, alright, you can go now. And then like 10 minutes later, he'd get to another mission he couldn't do, and I would just end up doing that. So it completely ruined my experience playing Bully. It's not the game's fault, it's just, it's forever going to be marred like that. That was my first experience with Bully, and it's a bit sad, but it's the reality that my first impression of the game, which is, I can't believe I have to do this for my little brother, is never going to change. That was my first impression. So, hey, he dropped an item. Wonder what he dropped. So, even though I acknowledge Bully is probably a perfectly fine game, I'm never going to like it. A wild strawberry. Those are important, actually, for the upcoming boss fight. There's no boss fight in this dungeon before anyone gets them. Oh, am I on floor 5 already? The ordinary bottle. Those bottles come in handy, too. I want to get through. I want to break free. reference it. Well, that's a song reference. I can't really say it's a reference, only I get. There's plenty of people who have heard that song. That's a Pokemon. Those are both Pokemon. Or Digimon, at the very least. Which I've mentioned I've been playing Digimon Cyber Sleuth, which is a very fun game when it's Digimon involved, but since most of the game is running around in the overworld talking to people I don't care about in a story that's thoroughly boring, I kind of gave up on the game. You know, the parts where I'm running around in a dungeon with Digimon trailing behind me, kicking ass and taking names are rad, but that's like only 20% of the game. It's really unfortunate. Maybe future ones are better. Considered briefly recording it, figured, nah, nobody's gonna want to see me being like, yay, Digimon for 10 minutes, and then having like a literal hour of running about in a tiny version of Japan and just complaining how it's terribly boring and I'd like to get back to the Digimon now, please. Because that's all that commentary would be. What else do I know about this game? A couple of years ago, on my birthday no less, December 9th, Japan... Well, there was an event in Japan, rather. I shouldn't say Japan got together and did this, but there was a music event for this game in Japan, and it wasn't like some big concert or anything, but it was... Oh, this isn't... Oh, it might still be. Yeah, it is 4 or 5. Although this isn't the room I was thinking it was. Yeah, there was an event in Japan where the piano music for this game, specifically the music box, was played, and it was very nice, I am told. I obviously didn't go because it was in Japan, but I think it's very cool that there were people doing that. There we go. The better weapon. I think it's very cool that people were doing that, and whoops, and B, I thought it was ridiculously awesome that it was on my birthday. Did I buy the wrong thing for her? No, I didn't. That's 15 armor. Now she has 20 attack. It's not as good. That's what I need to get to. So, if I'm gonna beat any sort of speedrunning record, I think I need to find a way to glitch through this wall. Because it would save me a bunch of time if I glitched through that wall. Who knows? Maybe I'm about to glitch through the wall. In which case, hey, a bunch of time's about to be saved. Man-eating. Why are the man-eating onions here? Rayless Sea Ray. Yeah, I guess. You just kill that stupid onion. Alright, you missed. Megastorm. These are dangerous. Ooh. I should flee. Because if Ari dies, everyone dies. And I hate that about this game. I will say I've seen a lot of fan art online recently of, yeah, regarding the fan art, I never heard anything from the person, even though I responded with, it's like, hey, this is an email if you want to send fan art to, I'll definitely shout it out on the show. If you're watching this, hey, hit me up with that, you know, that would be rad. I want that fan art. Nothing's in it. That would be fantastic. I would feel incredibly honored that somebody thought I was important enough to be like, here's some fan art, I made it because of your playthrough. That would be a dream come true, because that would mean there's people that like me enough to do that sort of thing. And B, it's just cool to have more art of this game around in general. But yeah, the fan art I've been seeing recently on Tumblr is comparing Stan to the Shadow King, Shadow Beast, Shadow Judge, whatever you want to call him, from A Hat in Time, which Kaida has and I have, and there is a co-op mode coming to it once the first content update is released to add a new chapter, which was one of the Kickstarter backer things, and I actually gave enough money to that game to get 2 copies of that game, and that's basically how Kaida has it. So I have not played it, Kaida has not played it. We're sort of saving blind impressions for when we play it together co-op. I have the soundtrack though, because I also got that in Kickstarter. I also got some buttons. Oh, go nicely with my Okage buttons. But yeah, I think in the second or third chapter, campaign, what have you, of that game. There's a sort of shadowy figure that very closely resembles Stan, and there's been a lot of fan art comparing the two. One in particular, I think, has Stan and him swapping roles, as well as just taunting each other mercilessly. Very funny to see. Artists seem to enjoy having Stan mock him for his round edges because they're not scary at all. Obviously, the sharp, jagged corners are what are scary. Fair enough. I prefer Stan, but I also haven't played Hat in Time. I imagine I'll like Hat in Time. I plan on recording it with Kaida. So if you don't like Kaida, tough. She's gonna be in the show. She's gonna be here anyways. How do I get to that item? Is it this way? Yes, it's this way. The fuck is that? Is this the thing I keep forgetting exists and is like, oh, that sounds great. Guardian Crystal. There it is. High versatile, defends, poison, sleep, seal, and improves. That's pretty good, actually. Might give it to Linda, but then again, I also want to use a Mega Charm, don't I? Or Mega Stone. Mega Stone! References only I'll get. Although, I say only I get. People will probably get that. Mega! So the only hint you're getting, for the record. If you can't get it from that, then you're not going to get the reference. Ah. What a game. I think I can do one more floor and then call it a session. It's always a nuisance. See, you see what the problem with the 9 floors is? There's only one diary. And during a speedrun, it's not like I can go up and down the floor every single time. I pretty much need to pace it out, rely on Ari and his magic to deal with it for me. His healing magic, that is. I wonder when Linda's gonna get her healing magic. That'd be nice. I'm also curious what the... Is that a urn over there? Yeah, but I can't get to it. Or can I? I can. Not. I cannot. Figs. I'm curious what Julia, Ari's dad, and what's-her-face, the mysterious woman, will all say. Which, for a speedrun, I'm told I actually want Rosalind's weapon. And not, say, the Dark Butler drug or the reunion outfit, which, a bit of a bummer. Although I imagine it's, a lot of it's up to, the speedrunner. I don't know. It's Deep Grave Pit. I run out of shit to talk about. It's part of why I'm probably going to end it in the middle and come back. I'll have new shit to talk about. Maybe new things in the world of Okage. You never know. Maybe the zine will have been updated. Maybe I'll get some fan art. Maybe I'll find the last 2 figurines on a site for sale somewhere. Still, though, if you have them, you're watching this, and you're interested in giving them to me, or selling them to me, for that matter, I'd be more than interested. In particular, I'm looking for Ari, Stan, and Rosalind, but, you know, if you have, in-box James or Marlene, I'll take that too. Mostly because they come with one of the ones I'm looking for. Not interested in an in-box Linda or Bull, because I already have that one. Now, if you're selling it as a set, where it's like, yeah, I have Linda, Marlene, and Ari, but none of them are in box, I'll be like, sure, I'll take that, because I don't have Ari. I do plan, once I have a complete set of those figurines, to make a video showing them off. I'm not going to unbox the ones that are in box, but I have enough out of box that I have 2 out of box that I can sort of show off the accessories they come with and all that good stuff. But yeah, I plan on making that video once I have all of them. For I will have them all one day. They will all be mine! And for those of you that do have those, seriously, I am happy that you have those. I'm sure you like them very much and you're a fan of them. You know, under no circumstances would I want to, you know, deprive you of having those, but, you know, you'll forgive me if I am a bit jealous of you. I think that's perfectly reasonable given the situation. They're quite rare, and they mean a lot to me. But, oh god, you know, if this game... I'm not really a pop vinyl kind of guy. I say pop vinyls, that should tell you. Pop figurines kind of guy. I have a couple from franchises I like. Like, I have one from Portal, I have one from Ash vs. Evil Dead. Specifically Army of Darkness, actually. I have some from Cowboy Bebop. I have some from WWE, the classic wrestlers. If Okage ever got pop figurines, I would stab a man to get there. I would walk uphill in snow to the nearest wherever they sell them, just to get my greasy mitts on those bad boys. Money could not fly out of my wallet fast enough for my satisfaction to get those in my possession. Honestly, and not even, you know, the pop figures. I'd settle for fucking more shit on Etsy. All it has right now are buttons. The buttons are great, don't get me wrong. The button mashing guys are fantastic. If you check out Etsy and you see them, tell them I sent you. But, yeah, I would like more, please. They're the lone defenders of Okage on Etsy, and it's a shame. I can't make shit other than videos, and I'm currently doing that. So I'm doing my part. Get your shit together, people that have artistic and crafting abilities and can whip up things like that. Where's my Stan plushie, huh? Where's my Linda poster where she's threatening children with blood of war gods? And yeah, custom jobs exist, and that would be nice and all, but it'd be nice if, you know, A, custom jobs are more expensive, and B, that's just the fact of the matter, B, I would like people who are passionate about Okage to be like, I made this thing specifically for Okage. Not just, yeah, I'll take a custom job. Oh, this thing? Yeah, sure, I guess I can make that. That's pretty easy. You know, if it's an actual, like, I make specifically Okage things, it's like, that is a person I would give money to purely because they're making Okage things and I want to support them and their fantastic tastes. That's what I did with button mashing. The fastest $10 I ever spent in my life was when I was browsing the PlayStation Market and saw that this was available for digital download in HD. I dropped the controller and gasped with joy. That is a true story. It was the fastest purchase I ever made. Of anything, really. It was just immediate, like, see, yes, want, done, cha-ching. I hope the ZenorWorks people got my money, and tears in their eyes, they were like, he saw it and he bought it. Such a good man. It also does seem to have helped the popularity of this game, releasing it on PS4. There's definitely been a resurgence. I'm seeing more Okage stuff around now than I was years ago. And that original playthrough on the PS2 is, you know, still gets... First couple episodes are well over 1,000 views, which is rare for me, so, yeah. That's pretty cool. These videos are doing alright. Don't know why you people seem to like me, but, see, with Okage, it was simply because there was I was the only one doing that. That was just the best playthrough at the time. And, with its resurgence in popularity, there's been speedruns and tumblers, and, you know, more and more people coming out, and I'm so happy to see this thing I've loved so dearly, getting more recognition and credit, that I've been waiting for it to get my entire life, while at the same time, part of me, you know, it's like the Okage zine. It's like, that's cool and all. I do feel a little left out of things like that. You know, I helped write some of the pages on the wiki for this game when it was first starting, and there were only like 5 of us. I was specifically in charge of some of the bosses. But my side project was working on the conversations that would affect your compatibility. But that thing sort of crashed in the end, and I think it's in new hands now, and no one's ever really bothered getting in touch with me. They got in touch with me, is the thing. People that worked on that wiki reached out to me and said, we're doing a thing, you seem to like the game, would you like to help us out? You have certain knowledge about the game that might help us. And I was like, yes, sure, I would love to talk more about this game. I could probably write a walkthrough from memory. Maybe not for 100% or all the tiny gears, but I could certainly do a complete story walkthrough from memory for this game. Would not need to be playing along. Although I'd like to be playing along while I wrote it. That would be fun. Right, well, I saved the game. That's it for the Deep Grave Pit, I say. For now. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. I've been Tokenlad. Talk to you later, Shooting O'Shares, and see you around Asklands.